Is this VOD going to be up anywhere else? Yes, Shmoony, it is going to be up everywhere else. Not only is it going to be up on my channel, but it will also be live on YouTube later on in the, maybe hopefully in the day. But yes, it will be on YouTube. We're going to create an Agora Tournament Series YouTube for that, especially Bad Rom coming in with the Sparrow Best ADC. I'm saying she's a very strong hero, and she's underplayed this tournament, surprisingly. Alrighty. Lance, go ahead and check it.
All right, moving into the champion select, getting close to potentially the final round in today's tournament. So we'll see how everything plays out for them. I'm going to be real, guys. Tab's got to shut some things down early.
You know, seeing Tab go into this third match, we got to think what's going through their head right now. They're down 0-2. You know, they've just lost 2 games. I can't even say it was too close because, man, once that 15-minute marker hit, I really feel like ToS just starts to pull away.
I agree. But that's because of the way they set everything up and they pulled out their plays with all the objectives, specifically the Fang 2s. Like, they're so smart at stacking Fang 2s and mini primes, it's disgusting.
Chimera looking in the jungle to see if we can see somebody doing some cheeky rotations. We're going to have a Countess mid. Steel coming out of spawn. I guess he looks like he forgot to buy a card. He's going to go back to spawn, even though it'd be quicker to walk. He's just going to go ahead and lazy back.
We're only at 30 seconds into the game. Won't be that bad for him.
Chimera kind of getting chased into the jungle by a Richter. Looks like they're going for an early gank. Press Tab must be a little upset here. Going for these little cheeky kills like this is not normal.
No, but they're probably looking for something a little bit different to, I guess, differentiate the outcome. Yeah, change the tempo a little bit, swap it up from what's been going on.
So we have a Steel versus a Grux offlane. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Both of them have really good CC, and Grux does do a lot more damage and hits a lot harder and a lot faster, but Steel has a lot of sustainability to fight him with.
I'm just saying nobody picked Sparrow today.
That's
not a single person picked Sparrow today, and I don't even play Sparrow. I'm just like, really? I don't think she's that bad.
She is definitely a very good hero to play. I don't see these guys choosing her, especially since she hasn't been chosen yet, which is odd because I expected Team Fade to actually go ahead and pick Sparrow. Looks like Steel is going
I've seen Fade play Sparrow before.
Team Fate is very big on their Sparrow pick as well, so that's surprising to me that they didn't at least choose it for one game.
Yeah. Chimera clearing his last camp over there, and like, look how slow that actually is in comparison to the Steel jungle that we saw. Crazy.
For sure. Steel doesn't get enough credit for his jungle clear. People don't like to say that he's good in the jungle, but man.
Look at that trade in the off lane. Absolutely stellar.
That Steel is on top of making sure he smacks that Grux every time the Grux starts to smack him, huh?
The Grux is giving him the opportunities to always be off cooldown. He's playing it in a way that it seems like it's never off cooldown.
And again, that falls down to being a smart enough player to know your ability management.
I am seeing in the chat, it looks like Sparrow was picked by Team ToS in the first round, and we just did not broadcast it.
Wow.
That's how irrelevant it was? All right.
They won with it.
There's no way we didn't notice the Sparrow. If so, I deeply apologize. I'll go back through the VOD. Like I said, we don't have full spectator mode. It's kind of hard to keep up with all the tracks.
It was off stream. We didn't broadcast ToS.
Oh,
yeah, it was
literally,
not
we didn't broadcast it. Apologies. Okay.
For sure. Looks like Chimera's got not only attack speed, but he's got red buff, so he hits a lot faster, and he slows with every hit. He's going to go for the triple buff here. He might even steal the blue. He steals the blue from Rampage in his own jungle. Rampage hits the rocks, but it's not going to be enough. This Chimera should take this fight.
No, Chimera's going to back on out of there. He doesn't want it. I don't know why he's running into the off lane right now. That's not the option. What?
Yeah,
what was the
red
thought
buff,
process
attack
there?
speed, and blue, he needs to take that fight right there. He's at the advantage this early in the game. Chimera has enough sustain to fight that Grux, or the Rampage, in his own jungle, especially.
I feel like brain turn off right there, honestly. I think there was a little bit of a panic situation. I'm very shocked. Even running into the off lane, what are you going to do? Both the off laners are full health, and you're running towards them. You're at 20%. all you're doing is dragging the enemy jungler into your lane.
The only logic I see there is potentially making the passive fall off of Rampage, but it still seemed like a pretty desperate move. He does get that bonus health regen in the jungle, but I don't know if that was enough to make the difference in the fight there.
Steel falling to the Grux over in offlane. Looks like it's going to be a very hard time for this Steel, because once the Grux is ahead, he's just like Kalari. Once you put him ahead, he is gone. It is off to the races. It's like running a quarter mile against a 240X with a LS3 swap. It's not going to happen. For those of you car guys, let me know in chat.
All right, let's look at the duo lane for a second here. We're seeing Drongo kind of square up a little bit. Just getting some farm. It's still a slow-paced game. We're only 4 minutes and 37 seconds into the match. 0-1 across the board. What a beautiful hook. Absolute, wow. Look how quick he dropped out of there.
Yeah, he was quick to get out of there. Did not want to die, which is good. You know, that's exactly what you don't want to do. Is you don't want to feed. You don't want to lose any farm, especially from Chimera back in the jungle right here, but especially from dying to something stupid like that. So Chimera, again, has blue buff and attack speed. Let's see if he actually puts it to use this time. All right, looks like we're just stagnant farming right now. Chimera looking for an opportunity on their Rampage in his own jungle. Maybe he'll commit to this fight. He might even be calling for his teammates to rotate over here. It looks like the Countess is going to rotate over. They are communicating. You got to remember, these guys know what they're doing. Rampage going to use Blink. Countess chasing him with a Blink. He's going to secure the kill in mid.
Absolutely fantastic pick coming out from the Countess right there. Gideon coming back in, and he is still healthy enough to rumble. He's ready for the next fight.
Grux going at it. Steel able to contend. He's got a bigger wave here. Can he secure this kill? They're both going to blink. He misses the stun.
Man, that could have been brutal. Oh, man, he doesn't even care. My man's fighting it. Oh, he's going to die here.
Grux secures the kill. That's one thing about Grux. Escaping with 1 health, his CC is unmatched, even against Steel.
Man,
all right.
Absolutely crazy right there. So we're seeing a little bit of repeat of the first game right now. What is it, 1-3?
It is 1-3, yes, sir.
1-3 zooming in. And what I'm really loving here is that we're seeing a different level of Team Tab. It's kind of a repeat of the first game in a way, but at the same time, it's more calculated. It's more fluid. All their fights in the first game were kind of like spattered and chaotic, and they were just getting the kills. But these feel a lot more smooth and calculated. And if they can carry that small lead into that first Fangtooth disparity that they're going to get into here probably in the next 2 minutes, I think they'll be in good shape for here on round 3.
You know, Fangtooth is going to be important here for Press Tab because they know they've already experienced the absolute wrath that ToS will put on them if they don't take advantage of these objectives. And not having the Fangtooth on deck has really shown to be a big problem for them. Countess is going to take that green buff, looking for a gank on left side as well. It looks
definitely
like they do have that
ward in there. Yeah, they backed up real quick. Look, Richter's already ready for it.
Very good awareness and very good communication between their team as well. So they know that Countess is on her way. They probably said enemy missing mid, and they definitely have wards up. We're going to back up here because it looks like they are going to fight over at the teal buff.
All right. He's looking for the fight against Steel here. I don't know if this is exactly the call. All right, maybe just zoning him off a little bit. Going back. I don't know if the full shove is the way to go right here. That Grux is ahead.
Looks like ToS yet again doing exactly what they do best. Is diving these objectives. And it looks like they're not going to be able to contest. Murdoch's still in his duo lane under his tower defending the lane. Richter's rotating over. They secure the Fangtooth.
A little too late. Is this going to be that little chip in the block that slowly weathers away, as we've seen in the previous 2 games?
100%. If they don't collapse well enough to start taking these objectives, they're going to yet again fall behind. ToS just on top of their stuff. They know what they need to be doing, and they do it exactly when it needs to happen. As you can see, this Countess goes straight, doesn't even defend her middle lane. She's going to set her wave and go right lane. They're going to be looking for picks here after getting an objective, and this is how you play the game.
The way these players are playing Countess makes them look so fluid, so subjective, so entirely meant for their purpose.
Elegant.
It's really nice to see. Grux, no blink on deck. That's going to be the
Grux and secure the kill.
Wow. On a dime. That guy thought he was safe. He thought he was safe.
Oh, man.
really double, like they had like the max CZ duration. That stun didn't even land from the steal until the suppression from the Countess was complete. Like, that was absolute maximum time of you're gonna die, and that's the really beautiful stuff you love to see here.
All right, chat, as much as I would love to zoom in on this Drongo here, it is a little choppy, so I'm going to try to keep it zoomed out so it's not so pixelated. You can still see what's happening. Larngom off the law, coming in to secure the kill on Decker. Looks like this Steel's going to try to maintain his lane over here, push his minions into the tower, get this going as best he can. Farming against a Grux is not an easy thing to do.
All right, so as we're looking at everything, we see a Countess posturing in the middle lane, going back to her tower, kind of just flapping her wings right there. Not entirely sure. She's going to back with a little bit of gold. Steel getting beaten on by the Grux a little bit. We have seen the disparity in the trades a little bit earlier on. They're really looking like they know how to play this one. I'm really concerned about that Fangtooth, though, just because of what I've seen from ToS today. I haven't really seen them drop any Fangtooths. Yeah, there might have been one or two throughout the last 7 hours of broadcasting, but man, the level that they sit on top of these things and the way they execute all of their strategies is just like, it's a stacking effect, and every little building block of that brick for that wall just kind of builds on top of itself until you have a solid foundation.
You know, it's almost like they've played together before.
You know, you would think that, but believe it or not, they have. Wow,
alrighty, look,
Countess
being very aggressive here. You're right on that one. She's going to back up because the fucking... Ooh, the rock's coming in.
We're rated R. We're rated R,
boys.
He did it. He did it. We're rated R. 2 F-bombs.
That's all right. We can bleep them out in the YouTube video.
We'll have to split them into 2 separate VODs to keep that PG.
Yeah, just 2 separate VODs to keep both PG-13 enough. I like how aggressive the Countess was right there, like to go in on that guy and then just blink out and not even remotely fear the hook or the suppression R. Just really oh, whoa! How did she see that moving into the duo lane?
You know, on top of the constant communication, these players, it does seem like they have a sixth sense. They understand that, hey, they're missing. I don't think they've been in lane or anywhere long enough to have any points to spend, so they're probably rotating, and they're calling that out, making sure their teammates know. And that's just something you need, especially when it comes to trusting your own teammates. It looks like the Chimera is going to come over here on a
Mini Prime.
A Mini Prime by himself.
It looks like he's soloing it right now. Mini Prime might need a buff a little bit. Feels very at least ToS has made it feel like it's free.
You know, that's one thing about them.
Fight breaking out over here.
Big fight going down in Mini Prime. Looks like
a little bit of choppiness going on.
Fall, yeah, but that's all right because Rampage is in there. He's going to use his blink and attempt to get out, but Steel's going to chase him with his blink. They're going to body block him from getting out and then secure the kill, getting that Mini Prime. Man, ToS on top of their objectives, making sure they collapse when they need to. What an impressive show these guys have put on. Looks like they're going to push lanes. Man, what's something that you've enjoyed watching out of this whole tournament series going on so far?
I think it's the adaptation expectation from, you know, Team 1 and Team 2. The only reason I'm saying Team 1 and Team 2 is because I'm not just saying ToS and Team Tab. It's been so wonderful watching the fly-by-fly adaptation, and that's what makes these games so in-depth and so experiential to watch, is that there's always a change to be made. There's always something that could have been done differently, and it changes from game to game to game. So I'd overall have to say it's the overall player adaptation to the other team.
You know, that's one of my favorite things about this game. That's what made me fall in love with Paragon, is because even though you could pick the same 10 heroes every single game, every game is completely different. No game is the same within this. Looks like we got a big group fight going on here. They're going to be starting an imposter for Fangtooth, it looks like. We're going to go ahead and zoom in on this Steel, see what's going on, see what's happening.
Oh,
looks
they're
like
looking for a pick on Chimera. They're looking for the pick on Chimera. I like it because they know it's coming up. He's going to use that Guardian Phoenix.
Chimera's got his stacks up, though. Rampage coming in for the save, possibly. 30 seconds.
Look how long he lived. Look how long he lived. They turned the whole fight around in like
oh my god! They're gonna go on Fangtooth.
They're fighting Fangtooth the whole time. They're taking damage. They lost that fight. ToS is coming through, cleaning house.
Wow!
Like the maid came in and she swept up the dust.
Hook phone.
Look at that. Look at that. Instantly, we went from an even kill game to 10-6. 4 deaths on the enemy team, and they're probably going to lose a tier 2 right now.
Once again, taking advantage of that mini prime buff as well to push this tier 2 down, start that lawnmower up, wake up the neighbors. They're going to start going back and forth and taking all of these down the way that Mycology keeps talking about throughout these games. It is more of the same from Team ToS putting on a clinic over here today.
They're kind of overextending here, but I just don't feel a threat for them. I don't think they're going to die. There's 2 CCs missed. There's the Richter Press. He's going to get picked anyway. The Steel ulting. They're still fighting from the last Fangtooth, securing that. Look at all that damage on that Rampage. Coming down with the Meteor. Easy kill. They just respawned after losing the last fight to lose again. They haven't even faced yet.
There is no fear in the heart of ToS. They are going straight forward. They want this tournament. They want first place. They want everybody to know that they're one of the best teams out on this game right now, and they're definitely sending that message to the community.
ToS is really like solidifying that if they enter a tournament, they're here for first seed. Don't mess with us. And honestly, the objective play has just been... I really need a Twitch clip. I need a Twitch clip of that last double fight. Do 3 clips. I know it was like a 3-minute intermission, but like, wow. Those guys didn't even back yet. If that's team diff, gentlemen.
Absolutely. That is fight into fight into fight.
Seeing these guys go at it has been spectacular. ToS just absolutely mopping the floor with their competition from the looks of it. 12-7, 2 Fangtooths to none. Also, mini primes coming in. They've already got the dual lane tower. They've got the off lane tower and the mid lane while they still have all of theirs.
Here's the thing about ToS is we know they have a substantial lead right now. They're up 2 Fangtooths. They got both mini primes. They got the they got both mini primes. We're only 16 minutes into this game. We're only 16 minutes into this game.
And they've got all tier 1 towers.
This is and once again, they're not even relatively extending this lead and forcing anything. They're farming correctly in between. They're letting the neutral between both teams take place. And when both teams farm at the same rate after there's a lead already established, what does that mean?
Got a Vanity in the chat here saying impressive or oppressive. I feel like they're just taking everything from the enemy team. You are exactly right. Both impressive and oppressive because they are not allowing this enemy team to play.
While I do agree, I'm going to stick to what I'm supposed to be doing and be slightly unbiased in everything that's going on right now. Looking for the big fight. He gets double CC'd. Richter misses his ult, misses his pull, gets dove by the Countess. She's going straight in on this Murdoch. She doesn't even care. Her blood blinks down. She might die right here. She's going to go down. A little bit of a lull in the period here. A little bit of breath air. The Decker pulling the double ult down. Double jump away. Doesn't have her. No, she still has her lacrosse ball on cooldown. Why didn't she throw that? Throws another slow out. Hits the ball. And she kind of just going to get out of there. Probably going to drop a gate over herself. Excuse me.
Hey, Lance, hop in.
I built out a bunch of hot gas, apparently, as I was talking.
Channeling your inner Drongo, casting silence on yourself.
I will never play Drongo, but yes.
You say that till the buffs come in. It looks like
right.
Just on pace. They see that mini prime come back up, and they just immediately drop a ward on it. Team ToS knows that that's what they're trying to move to, where they're going to be able to press those advantages once again. I'm sure it will not be long till we see them move over towards that mini prime before it turns into or prime in 3.5 minutes.
I think the really big thing that we're going to need to see here is we're going to need to see the enemy team right now kind of pop forward and challenge the next Fangtooth because they just brought back a few kills. It's only 13-10. Yeah, there's a gold deficit because of objectives on the map, but you're still in a position that if you get the correct pick and you pick the right situation, you're going to be able to extend everything and the Richter pop it up and kind of change the pace of the game. It is playable right here, folks. I know there's bias in the chat, but this is playable for the enemy team.
Absolutely. Team press tab is nowhere near out of this game yet. All that it's going to take is 1 or 2 good fights with these death timers starting to get a little bit longer, creeping up on the 20-minute mark, where you're going to be able to push a lot down in a lane if they are to take and get the picks they're looking for.
I need a posture check, guys. I need a posture check. Forget about the Chimera. We need an all-in the pit right now. If you don't get this, it's going to go bad. Richter misses another pull.
Steal for the zoning. They do jump in. We're going to see who's able to get the hunt off.
Look at it. Look at the chaos. Like, that is organized chaos.
Yeah.
You ever play Sonic Adventure 2? I'm looking at Chaos Control right now. Shadow the Hedgehog. He's here. This is like, that is calculated. That is chaotic good.
It's almost like they're simply waiting. Like, hey, you know I have this on cooldown. And it's like they have more of just practice than playing together. It feels like they have not only practice playing together, but practice using their abilities in a certain manner. Not just like dumping all of their abilities on anybody, but rather it feels like it's very calculated. Like they know, hey, my abilities are off cooldown, and they take turns using abilities that combo well with each other.
As we're kind of looping around back to everything, I know it feels like a butterfly effect in a way. You're following the webs and they lead you back to the same thing, but what are we seeing again right now? No overextending by their team. No overlooking for anything that's going on. They have the lead, and if they take their own jungle camps and the Team Tab takes their jungle camps, they're maintaining the same gold lead at all times. There's never an overexertion of where their position is. And I'm saying this not as a commentator, I'm saying this as a learning experience. You don't always have to have a lead and absolutely oppress it. They've implemented the same strategy every single game, and there's always been a follow-through with an end goal in mind.
So it looks like we're in a bit of a low period right now. Teams are just farming. Out of all of this, chat, let me know what your favorite moment you've seen so far is. I could tell you right now, my moment will and always will be that Gideon double kill in middle. Such a simple play, but very well executed.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite of the night also. It was pretty good.
Looks like they're going to try to D-ward Prime here, maybe setting up for it, possibly even baiting a team fight in as Countess is zoning. They aren't actually attacking it, but they did destroy that ward, so they might be trying to bait them in here, forcing a fight, knowing they're ahead on kills, knowing they're ahead on Fangtooth, trapping them in there, and just being mean. That's really all I can think of is just mean. They're going to stun and ult this. Oh my God, the absolute melt factor. It's like putting a chocolate bar into lava. Holy moly, mother of Jesus. This
That's a great way to waste some chocolate.
He's running for his life. Murdoch is not going to be able to survive there. You already know this team and how they play. They're going to go ahead and hop on that ore Prime.
They're like a bee swarm, dude. Coming in.
I'm loving this. This is something I don't see out of a lot of Countesses, how he uses his blade dash or his blade throw and then ults or shadow slips into it, and they hit at the same time.
Cook, I know we've played together before and we've had tons of success and everything, but like this is where the separation occurs. We had good calls, we had good plays, but were they optimal? Not the way we're seeing it right here, right now.
You know, I feel like I would have to put in so much more time in practice to even get on half the level these guys are on. I do consider myself a really good player and a very above average player, but seeing these guys go at it makes me feel like I haven't even downloaded the game yet.
The difference between a 7 and a 10 is greater than the difference of 1 to 7.
You were 100% right on that. I can't stress this enough, guys. I am learning so much just simply watching these guys play. I'm trying to do as best I can, taking in all the information and seeing exactly how they play. really focusing on not overextending, taking their wins when they have it. You notice they don't chase kills after they want to fight. They've like, you know, I won this fight. Let's get back to my lane. Let's push my lane. It's like they've it's like they've put in a lot of time into it when they obviously have. We all know they have.
Almost like they play the game. It's absolutely crazy.
But
I've never seen people who've never played the game before just come out and dominate.
It's
Jokes.
Watching these guys makes me think they sit in a Discord or even a Zoom meeting on Excel spreadsheets and just go over different percentages.
Yeah, just play after play after play, like a math on math.
Steel's not even going to let his minions take tower damage here. He's going to go in and take it himself as they push this
We're
in
about
with
to see
Orb
a
Prime.
dramatic shift here in the gameplay. Dramatic shift. They're in a position that they don't have to slow down now, and they realize that. Look they're just diving the Brooks. They're just diving him. No care is given. Gonna take down that lawnmower effect tower right there. Look, they're not even waiting.
Are they gonna go for the end of the game here?
They're looking at the game.
They're going for the core. The core's melting. They have Orb Prime. Can they win the game here? This is huge.
I don't think they're gonna end it just right now.
This team might be caught out. This might be their chance to take the game back.
Oh my
securing
God!
a kill on Richter. She does absolutely insane burst damage.
I know that they just paled that up and they forced that fight right there, but wow.
They lost one. It looks like they're going to take two here. Oh my God. Can they do it?
It looks like they're looking for the cleanup. They're looking for the fight.
Unbeatable. This team has shown exactly why they are now
the champions of Agora.
I need to say, absolutely well played by ToS all day. Same strategy implemented every single game with flawless execution and no counterplay by any competitor here tonight.